They are against it. Biden doesn't even know what it is. If you ask Biden, sir, are you for or against crypto? What's that? What the? Get me off the stage. He's saying, get me off the stage. No, he has no idea.
Donald Trump just destroyed all Bitcoin skeptics.
The Gensler is very much against it. The Democrats are very much against it.
Coming out in full support for crypto.
And I say this, a lot of people are very much for it. Probably a lot of the people in this group.
This is significant because it was just 3 years ago that Donald Trump slammed Bitcoin, calling it a scam.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I was surprised. You know, with us, it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
And now Trump is supporting it?
And I'm fine with it. I want to make sure it's good and solid and everything else, but I'm good with it.
Bragging about his NFT collection.
You know, we did it when NFTs were not hot.
Yeah.
And we made NFTs hot again, right? Make them
Yes, sir.
Taking crypto for campaign donations.
If you can't, I'll make sure you can. Can we donate to the Trump campaign using crypto? I believe the answer is yes.
Look, it's great that Trump is a cheerleader for crypto. It's much more important that fair crypto policy gets pushed through in the US, especially with Biden doing things like this, signaling that he would veto any fair crypto legislation bill. So my question is, do you think Trump fully understands what's at risk here?
Yeah, with the goggles on.
A lot of the smartest people in crypto are moving their businesses out of the U.S. because they're scared of the U.S.'s regulations.
Because of the hostility.
Correct.
Yeah, crypto is moving out of the U.S. because of hostility toward crypto.
Correct. So what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we'll stop it because I don't want that. I don't want that. I want that. If we're going to embrace it, we have to let them be here.
Yes, sir. Morgan.
Smash the like button, support the channel. I gotta tell you, I like Trump's rhetoric around Bitcoin. I wish Joe Biden would adopt similar pro-Bitcoin rhetoric. I would like it if crypto was adopted by all parties, since Bitcoin is nonpartisan. It's populist, it's for everyone, and it seems more and more people are realizing this. Bitcoin whale alert. Susquehanna International Group is now the biggest Bitcoin ETF whale yet. They have 481 billion assets under management, and now, recently disclosed, they just reported holding 1.2 billion plus Bitcoin across 10 ETFs. That's not all. One of many. Just in, insurance giant MassMutual reports exposure to Bitcoin, buying the Bitcoin ETF too. They have exposure now to the ETF. Reminder, they already had exposure to real Bitcoin, buying 100 million Bitcoin, putting it on its balance sheet back in 2021. Amazing at the time, MassMutual is an OG in the space, the traditional financial space, founded in 1851 with 570 billion assets under management. And when you start listening to the insiders and what they say in regards to how the Bitcoin ETF changed things, you really get a sense of what the future holds. Banks are reaching out to us. 3.5 billion. Bitwise CEO says a lot of traditional and reputable firms have started engaging with Bitcoin in a way that they never had before. The Bitcoin ETF changed everything. Few are saying it, but so many are engaging with us. Such an interesting clip.
Our capital markets team already has relationships with most of the APs. It's a relatively small world. And we go out and we approach the ones that are some of the most accomplished. I think public names are Virtu and Jane Street. Macquarie is a public name on our fund. There's another AP on our fund that is definitely a household name bank, but we have been asked not to mention. So there's still a range of people's comfort in the public forum. But we go out and we try to recruit the best counterparties. And I will tell you that before the Bitcoin ETFs launched, for those of you who don't know, again, I mentioned Bitwise strives to be a best-of-breed specialist in this space. The same way you would think of Apollo in private credit, or Brookfield in infrastructure, or Blackstone in private real estate. We're purpose-building for this space, but we're not Fidelity and we're not BlackRock. So we had to do a little bit of begging for people to take us seriously. That changed after the launch, and we started to have inbound from some firms that wanted to join as an AP. So I guess I just can't emphasize enough. I think that the Bitcoin ETFs have really brought Bitcoin into the realm of possibility for a lot of traditional financial institutions, to the point where, for the first time in 6.5 years, we have banks reaching out to us looking to be an authorized participant on a Bitcoin fund.
That's a great evolution. I do think it's funny that you went and said, hey, you want to be an AP? And they're like, yeah, but you can't tell anyone we're associated with you.
Yeah, that's remarkable. There's actually a bank with a wealth management division that recently, they spent 2 months evaluating Bitcoin ETFs. They approved the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF for advisors to put in portfolios. And they specifically asked that I not tweet their name.
Because you would have otherwise.
I may have otherwise. But yeah, they didn't put out a press release, so it's not publicly known. I think that's a remarkable part of the first quarter of this year, is that a lot of traditional and reputable firms have started engaging with Bitcoin in a way they never have before, but so few of them are saying anything about it. If you just scroll through your LinkedIn or you read press releases, you would think that nothing has changed versus last year, and I'll just tell you the world has completely changed versus last year, but for now, most or many are preferring not to have it be public.
Why is Trump pro-Bitcoin now? Why are so many financial giants and entities and individuals buying Bitcoin? Well, billionaire investor Lawrence Lepard just summed it up best. Anybody who has 0 Bitcoin is really missing the most asymmetrical bet that I have ever seen. Listen.
One other thing I will say about Bitcoin that I think people don't understand, and this is part of the innovation that's really important. Think about Bitcoin's a commodity, right? The SEC said it's a commodity. It is a commodity. One coin's the same as the next. Okay, fine. Every commodity in the world, if you increase its price, the supply goes up. If gold went to $10,000 tomorrow, we'd mine more gold. If corn went up, if oil went to $300 a barrel, we'd drill for more oil. You would get more, higher price, you would get more. No matter where the price of Bitcoin goes, the issuance schedule is set. There's not going to be any more. It comes out, every block is, 6.25 coins right now, soon to be half of that. So, that's unique. And as a result of that, the world has never seen anything that really kind of looks like this, which is why, Ronnie Storferley had a great chart on it. Bitcoin from inception has grown at 145% compound annually, and it's got a lower Sharpe ratio than any other asset. This is an amazing beast. It really is. And so I, look, but it's volatile, and to some it's scary, and I get all of that. But, I've long contended that anybody who has 0 of this is really, really missing the most asymmetric bet that I've ever seen in 40 plus years of trying to make asymmetric bets.
So, which US presidential candidate would be better for crypto? Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Kennedy? Things are really heating up in crypto and around the world. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on everything going on in the cryptocurrency industry. If you're interested in making money in crypto, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you tomorrow. 2024 is turning into a great year.